Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me, Amanda T, here on Create Your Future. I am so grateful you're here. I intend that you all like, share, subscribe, and comment down below. Before I dive into this video on how to get your SP for the holidays, I want to remind you that I'm 50% off one-on-one coaching, and also check out our free course on how to get past those blocks and manifest anything quickly. You guys, I'm really excited for this video. I wanted to do it for a while. In fact, I have some more success stories that have already come in, but I'm leaving them out because I really want to focus on the holidays and everybody having their SP for the holidays. We are talking Christmas, we are talking New Year's Eve, and we are talking Valentine's Day. They're all coming up. So let's dive right into everyone as you pushed out. I might touch on mental diet a little bit, but really everyone as you pushed out is the only weapon you'll pretty much ever need. Once you really know how to work everyone as you pushed out, you can control anything, especially SP. And I don't mean control in a negative way. I mean, have the timeline, the relationship that you want show up. So remember, you guys, you get to decide what they're thinking, what they are feeling, and what they are going to do about it. You don't want to mistake leaving out that action. It's one thing to say SP is obsessed with you. That's cool. You know, you can be obsessed with someone and never talk to them again, which I need a whole new video for. If they wanted to, they would, because whoa, is that not true? But I'm digressing. So let's focus on the holidays and make sure that we are deciding that for the holidays, what they want more than anything is to see you, is to bring you a present, is to spend 15 minutes with you. If you live 3 hours away, they're going to drive it. They're going to propose to you this Christmas, whatever you want. So let's start with just the holiday spirit being the catalyst for this. A lot of times I'll have clients that'll say, well, what's different now? Why would things be different now? Well, the holidays, they literally test them. They can give you like the holiday blues, and they can give you depression, or they can give you the holiday spirit, and people put up their Christmas tree early and it lifts them out of the dark cloud of winter. It's literally been tested and proven. So use that 3D knowledge that there is things going on in order to help your manifestation. So why now? Because it's the holiday season. That's why. And maybe the holiday season, if you're in no contact or if you're in hot and cold, it's not really going well for them. In fact, they're normally always really happy over the holidays. And this year they're kind of depressed. This year they're really missing you. This year, every single time they see a Christmas tree or a bow or a Santa Claus, they're thinking about you. They're thinking about you and how much they miss you. So they're thinking about you. We're getting the feelings involved. They miss you. They remember all of the really good times where you guys were in love and you were laughing and you were happy and you were happy. I'm talking about you, the subscriber, the client right now, or me, the coach, and they were happy being with you. You know that kind of love. You know that kind of energy where you could just be. I had an SP tell me once, we could be at 7-Eleven and I would have a good time with you. That was how he saw me, So I always take that, or something like that, whatever SP or whatever I'm affirming, those moments of memory of those really good times, and use it also as when I bring up my next visualizations. It's like a blocker to limiting beliefs and blocks. If I first pull up a great memory, a great, time we had together, to solidify in my mind that yes, this was true. Yes, we do have a connection. Yes, remember I'm talking no contact, hot and cold type thing. Yes, we do have a connection. Yes, we do have real feelings for each other. They really said those words to me. You don't just say things to every person you meet. That's why connections are so deep and profound, because they're not every single person. Otherwise, they wouldn't matter and we would take them completely for granted. And so in not doing that, it adds as a blocker for me to limiting beliefs and things like that, in order to say, this person does want to see me. This person misses me. This person feels like, they want to spend every Christmas with me for the rest of their life. And they're really realizing it this year as they're seeing all the holiday cheer going around. That's the one thing missing from their life right now, is that I'm not in it, and they will do anything to see me for Christmas, to spend Christmas with me, to say happy Christmas, whatever it is that you really want to affirm for. So be really direct in what the affirmation is and what the visualization is. And if you do it enough on a loop, I can tell you from experience, my clients can tell you from experience, it will happen, sometimes word for word. The other thing is, okay, so maybe actually they get in the holiday spirit. Maybe things are a little hot and cold, or maybe things, just aren't exactly like maybe communication hasn't been good, or maybe you're a little anxious about how to ask about Christmas. They're thinking about Christmas. They're so in the holiday spirit. They're so cheerful. They're so excited. Everything they see reminds them of you. They can't decide what gift to get you. They're looking at 3 different gifts for you right now. Maybe you want your proposal. They're thinking about rings. They're really thinking about rings. They're thinking about the exact one you picture, if you visualize it there, and then visualize them visualizing that ring. Did you understand that? Did you get that? So if I'm just going to say an emerald cut because that's a square. Everybody can see that, right? In their mind. So if we all visualize an emerald cut, if you actually want to be proposed to, change it to what you want. Ring, and then we picture our SP standing in the street, like outside of a jewelry store. There's posters or a selection, or they're just really thinking about it, and they're like, oh, that's the one. She would look so great with that emerald cut ring on her finger. And that's what they're thinking about, and they're ruminating on it. They think about it all the time. They've started dropping little hints. What do you think about this type of ring? With that, do you like this shape? Or, my buddy so-and-so got his friend I guess it was an emerald cut ring. What did you think about those? Have them ask you those questions. Those are all visualizations you can do from SP's point of view towards you. And that's really important too, if you watch for visualization, not so much for that's important too. I don't want to. Okay, I'm going to stop. Anywho, the point is, is that you are going to allow them to visualize what you are also visualizing, which is them proposing to you with this, emerald cut shaped ring, and you receiving it. So they're, visualizing giving it to you and how happy you're going to be, how excited you're going to be. And you're going to visualize that, as well as them, as well as you receiving the ring and how excited you are. And you put it on right away, and you're calling your mom, and it's really a great day. The holiday spirit, this is the year, this is the time. I really want to be with her for every Christmas. Or, we've been together for a while. Why wait? Why wait any more longer? Why wait any longer? I know she's the one. What's the point in putting it off? And maybe you're poor as church mice, and you're not going to have the wedding you want this year. So you decide to go down to a courthouse. Nobody's poor. Watch my abundant videos. But the point is you decide to go down to the courthouse and have this really exciting impromptu wedding for the holidays. Any single thing you want, you can have it. Maybe you want SP to do a grand gesture on the opposite side of the spectrum. Maybe you want him to fly you to Paris and do it on top of the Eiffel Tower. That's not hard. I've spent Christmases in Paris. Anybody can spend Christmas in Paris. And, again, if I was instantly, my mind came down with some 3D things that could be in the way, but people like grand gestures. That's exactly how I would swipe it out of the way to you guys. It was instantly well, about finances, work, blah, blah, blah. Because I try to think about what you guys would come up with in the video as I'm talking. And it's well, yeah, you could say that, you could think about it, but at the same time, money is money. Money is energy. You're going to get money back. If you live in Europe, it's actually quite cheap to fly to other places. There's always people cancel last minute. They need to fill the flights. It's not always that expensive to travel on the holidays. Remember, it's not just every one is you pushed out. It's everything. You are the airline. You are the plane. You are this entire universe, whatever reality you are creating for yourself. So nothing is too far-fetched. If it's possible for you, if it's what you want, you can have it. You can really take anything you want. So you guys, let's talk about I even want to talk a little bit after Christmas, just for a quick second. So let's say Christmas has come and passed, and now you're thinking about New Year's Eve or Valentine's Day. A couple of years ago, I had just sort of started dating someone, and I didn't really want to mention Christmas. I didn't really know what to go with there. But I did still want it to be marked. I still wanted a present. It was a new relationship. I wanted it to kind of start off in a good way, not in anything huge, but I wanted the occasion to be marked. And it was 2 days after Christmas, because to me, it's still Christmas time. It's still Christmas season. We both like I said, we just started dating. We both had children and stuff like that. So we were kind of doing our own thing, but I didn't let go of my manifestation. I didn't get bitter about it. I just thought, oh, we're talking, we've been talking. He really wants to get me something, or he's thinking about getting me something. And then we were texting, we texted on Christmas, just every day. And it was 2 days after Christmas, because to me that was still Christmas enough. There was nothing wrong with it being 2 days later. The date of Christmas did not mean it was over for me. You don't want to give yourself that pressure, those deadlines. Anyways, and it was 2 days later, and he sent me through the phone, which I didn't know you could do it. He's been it was first and only time it's ever happened, but he sent me a gift card, like a QR code, to the store I really wanted to go to with a gift card with a very nice balance on it. I was very surprised. I didn't ask for it. I didn't have to like really harp on it. I just said, I want the occasion to be marked. I want to show that I'm thought about. I want to show that, he actually cares or something. I didn't get him anything. Um, I didn't. I feel bad about that now, but I didn't. But, I wanted it to be something rather than nothing. And it was something. And I was so happy, and I really appreciated it. And if I hadn't, kept going with my manifestation, that just because, we just started dating, if I had allowed limiting beliefs to get in the way, instead of allowing limiting beliefs to show up, I said, no, that's completely possible. When people love you, when people care about you, they go the extra mile. They like to show up for you because it makes them feel good. Allowing you, client, subscriber, me, to feel good allows your SP, whoever they are, family, romantic partner, even friendships, it allows that they feel good. It does something for them as well. So you're not taking or doing anything. You're having such a great time and a great relationship, allowing this person to express themselves to you in the way that they truly want to and desire to, in the way that you truly want to be desired, because you are worth it. And with the holidays coming up, I just want to remind everybody that you are worth it, that you are absolutely abundant and worthy of love and worthy of having the Christmas and holiday and Valentine's Day of your dreams. So I intend this video helps. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I love you so much. Bye-bye.